Hello, Awifians. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening to you all, wherever you may be in the world. How are you doing? I hope you're well. I hope so. I hope you're preparing for Easter, if you're a Christian, of course. Please come join me. Come join me. Share this live stream with family and friends. I will not be able to express, to stress this more than I'm stressing right now. Share this live stream out with family and friends, people at home. We need to get this message out today. We need to hit minimum 5,000 views with this live stream because it's so important. It's important for everybody, business owners or not, moms or not, single parents, single people or not. So please come join me, share. If you are not on Facebook, please note that we are on YouTube as well. And our guest today is also on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. So let's get started. Yes, ladies, welcome to today's live stream. We're going to be talking about crisis, how to navigate crisis. Right there. Just think about the word crisis. Think about where you are right now in your journey. Lockdown, confiné, comme on dit, quarantine. Just think about the situation, how you've been getting by so far. I brought you someone who is going to help us relax and understand that we are in this together. Marisca, how are you?
Hello, Lilian. I'm great.
Thanks so much for coming on. I know you're a busy woman, but you're just close to me here in France. And I'm like, okay, I can't come to see you. You can come see me because we planned to meet, but it never happened. And then this lockdown, just the coronavirus took us by surprise. So thank you so much for dropping everything and coming to share your wisdom with our WEAV community.
Thank you so much. I'm so honored. I feel privileged, to be able to talk to your audience. Thank you.
I really appreciate. Before we probe, somebody asked me, where is she from? And I'm like, well, that doesn't matter. So tell us, where are you from? Tell us a little bit about your life and your upbringing.
Yes. So I am Marisca Harel, and I was born in Brazzaville, Congo. And I came in France. I was about 6 years old. And I'm a mom. I'm a spouse. I have two children. My daughter is 17, nearly 18. And my boy is 13. And I come from a family of 7 children. So, hey, wow, to my parents.
Congrats, yes. Mama.
Oh, my gosh. Wow. Yeah. I want to salute them. And really, their work is so incredible. We're all stable in our lives. And this is so, I'm grateful for that. So as my life, well, I was born in Congo, came in France. I was 6 years old, and I studied, how do you call that let me see. It was LLCE. So it's studies in English, American and English literature. And so it's after the bac, what we call the bac in France. It's 3 years. Okay. And then life drove me to trade, international commerce. So I've worked there for like 19 years. And then I had this calling that I had to do something more impactful, something that served people. I had this revelation and of being a coach. I studied coaching while I was working, having a family, juggle with everything. And so I
Exactly.
became a coach in 2017. Yeah, I graduated in 2017 and I opened up the company online. And for those in Haute-Savoie, I can see them as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Un grand bonjour à nos amis en France. And you
Bonjour.
promised to come back in French, right? You promised to come back. You're coming back. So we're not leaving anybody behind. If you don't understand English,
Absolutely.
that's okay. She's back in 2 weeks.
Yeah, back in 2 weeks in French.
Yes, exactly. I think you are a great example of people who've seen many continents. You kind of feel people. And when
Mm,
I see you speak, your message is very clear, simple, and direct to the point. So I could not do without you in this time of our lives.
thank you.
How do we navigate during crisis? We're in the
Hmm.
middle of it. This is this. I mean, shit happens. This is it.
Yeah,
How do we, how do we
it
navigate?
happens. So let me just give you a little bit of background as my coaching life, because I'm a certified life coach, life and corporate coach, and I'm specialized in life transitions and change management because I know that change is constant. And change,
Yes.
well, my life is all about change. I was a
Yeah.
student, I'm a mother. I worked in so many different companies, pharmaceutical, cosmetics, trade, and then I had so many positions as well. Like I began as an assistant, and then gradually I well went up the ladder until I became a project manager. Okay, so my whole
Okay.
life is about change. I changed regions. We were in Paris, and now we're in Haute Savoie, and so I had to learn all about being flexible, being
Yes.
ready to adjust to your environment in my work life, in my life, in my personal life, and everything. So that's why I specialized in life transitions. And for me, it's a mission to be a coach. Being a coach is for me helping. Well, my mission is to help women create and maintain work-life balance, but also blossom into the powerful leaders that they were created to be. That's my mission.
Yay,
And,
that
you know,
has just shaken me. Yes, yes. Wow, wow,
and
baby. Yes, that I love.
And it took me a while, to sit down and understand what was my calling. And to achieve this work life balance, women need to consider that life comes in season. So that's why I teach them how to, listen to the season and then navigate them. This is important. And that gives me the opportunity to take them in an exciting journey of self discovery, identity,
And you
talent,
have one
leadership.
comment that says Marisa is the best. Mariska is the best. Yeah.
Oh, Ina, she's one of my friends. She's watching from Australia. Hi, Ina.
Woo! Thank you for joining us live.
Yeah. Also an impactful and beautiful and powerful woman leader.
Oh,
So,
we will get in touch in
oh, yeah. So, this is a little bit of background so that you will understand why I became a coach and why this is so important to me. So, how to navigate through crisis? That's a very good question that I like. First thing to know is that we've been programmed, because of our traditions, because of our culture, because of school, because of media. Okay, we've all been programmed. And the challenge when you're facing a crisis is to reprogram your mind so that you will get to understand what the crisis is all about, what the crisis is telling you, because the crisis, I love this sentence that goes, life doesn't happen to you, it happens for
happens
you.
for yeah.
See, so you need to readjust your thinking. You need to have this flexibility, this ability to change your mindset in order to adjust to the situation. This is the first thing. It comes It begins with the mind. That's why I called my company Metanoia Coaching. Meta is the transformation, and Noia is the mind, the mindset, your perspective, how you're thinking. When you can adjust your thoughts, then you can um, draw the energy from those powerful, empowering thoughts, and then you can put in action powerful actions. And then it becomes habits, and then it determines where you're going, and then it determines your destiny.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm glad you gave a broad description of, crisis, our mindset, and how we can navigate that. And it's really in alignment with the quote that I wanted to share today, which reads, renewal always begins with destruction.
Hmm.
The key is guiding the pain of destruction in the direction of renewal. Otherwise, the pain is useless and self defeating. When I
Hmm.
saw this,
Wow.
those watching this live stream, some people may know me, may not know me, and I don't want to keep repeating, but it keeps coming up, so I'll follow what my heart tells me to. 3 years ago, I lost my husband, and when I saw this quote, and I was like, should I keep dying, killing myself? He's gone. I'm left with two kids,
Hmm.
seven, no, they were 6 and 4 at that time. What do you do? How do I? It's like you hit rock bottom.
Yeah.
But then you remember it is the beginning. Renewal always begins with destruction. There was then when it was with him and there was the kids, we had it. But something new has to be reborn here. There was no choice. It's happened. So how do you navigate? I'm glad you said, the mindset, you really have to accept that the old has to be destroyed for something new to happen.
Absolutely.
So as I said, it's a destruction of the old to make way for new. How can you help us with all the example that you've given us? How can you help us? If I had come to you at that, I did not see a psychologist. I've been through so many things that at one point I just said to myself, I am my own coach. So if I came to you, no, I truly believe it. There are certain people who
Mm,
have the ability to heal themselves rather than ask other to. And it is like that.
true.
If I had come to you as a client, how would you have helped me in that scenario? Or if that is too difficult for people to imagine themselves in, right now, we are all going through the crisis of coronavirus and we all handle it differently. We see real disasters happening in couples. We see violence at home, we see
Yeah.
violence with children, and people are suffering. Not only are people losing jobs, not only are people not getting salaries, but people are suffering emotionally. So,
Yeah.
how can you help us navigate through this time right now, right here, with this shit in front of us?
Yeah. I like your question, and I'm so aligned with the quote that you just gave. It is powerful, and it is stressing on a point. Yeah, thank you for letting it back. Renewal always begins with destruction. Uh, what? How I would have helped you? I would have just told you first. There's a time and a season for everything.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah,
time to weep. There's a time to mourn. There's a time to cry. If our body were made like this with emotions, with tears, it means something. So it is
yeah,
important first to welcome the suffering of the person, how you
yeah,
suffer, to consider it. Because otherwise, if you just say, okay, I'm going to help you, you just take a position of someone who's going to save, which is what I don't want. First position that I take is the position of a woman who shares the suffering, who goes into the suffering with the person. But we also have to put distance,
yes,
not be involved too emotionally. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to help the person. So first, lead the person to accept that this mourning needs to be. It has to be. You have to go through the process of mourning. And there are so many emotions, like you refuse, you are in denial, you are maybe angry, So I need to follow the rhythm of the person. Let's just go through the process of mourning first. And if we need to hit rock bottom, let's hit it together. And then we can think about, going up, going back up. Otherwise, if you miss that transition from the morning phase to, oh, let's go up again, something is going to miss. And you know what's going to happen? It's going to blow up in your face one day because you didn't deal with it. You
Yeah.
didn't deal with your suffering. You didn't accept it as being a
Yeah.
part of your life and
Yeah.
that you had to go through that.
Yeah.
So that's very important.
Yeah.
That's the first thing.
I completely agree with you, and I would like to add to that point. What I would like to add is we are all different. We are all different and at a different stages of our lives. If you gave the same scenario to 10 people, exactly the same scenario, you have 10 outcomes, different outcomes, because
Yeah,
we're different and we also have different experiences. So there is
yeah.
no right or wrong. I don't like when people say, get over this. This too shall pass. Yes, it passes. It will pass eventually. It has. It is. It's
Mm,
one day at a time. There is no right or wrong.
mm,
So
absolutely.
as we navigate through crisis, there is no right or wrong. The only right that can exist for me is what's within you, how you're feeling, what you really think you can do with the pain that you have. Do you want it to serve
Absolutely.
others? Are you still broken, or are you still in the place of brokenness? Then just stay there. Are you
Mm,
out of the place of brokenness, willing to serve others? Go do just that. Only you can tell.
mm,
So when people tell me, oh, I also lost my husband 10 years ago. Oh, I also lost my husband 5 years ago. It was difficult, but look, now I don't care about that in the moment. Because your journey
mm,
is your journey. I'm good. I'm happy you're supporting me. You're listening to me, but we are all different. So
mm,
as we navigate through Corona right now, be it domestic violence or be it whatever is going on, hardship, losing a job, you are in a certain season, as Marisa says. You are in a certain season.
yeah.
So how do we build resilience during this time in the face
How?
of crisis?
How do you build resilience? First, we need to maybe define what resilience is. And for me, resilience is the ability to bounce back from all your setbacks, to get a new perspective, get a new vision that will fuel your
Yeah, yeah,
energy to go
yeah,
up again.
yeah,
That's resilience. Resilience is not because I don't want people to think that because you're crying, because you are pity partying a little bit, you are weak. No, you're just listening to your body who's sending you signals telling you, hey, God, you need to stop, you need to rest, you need to consider what's going on inside of you. So, first, resilience is accepting this part, accepting to go through because you know you're going to go up. This is resilience. You can be crying, you can be down, but you know that you are just um, evacuating all the stress that is being caused by the crisis. So
yeah,
resilience starts with this acceptance of the crisis you're going, face it, and not, hide and say, okay, that's fine, it's gonna go, this kind of everything is good, everything is going well. No, no, no. Just, face it, face your fears, face what it causes you. And this is the first step. This is really resilience. And then When you've mourned, when you've accepted your emotions, then you can ask another empowering questions like, okay, what can I do? Can I do something about that? Because what I've noticed is that people tend to try to handle things that that are out of reach, out of their reach, like asking themselves questions. Oh, are they going to find the vaccine, or what are they going to do? And then it causes stress. But if you just focus on what can you do in this crisis, that's a very empowering question. What can I do? And then the second question is, what do I love to do? Because I need to navigate this crisis. And how to
Yes.
navigate it is to regroup, you know, go back to positive. Okay, so what do I love to do? And what do I love to do that I didn't have any time, to do before that crisis? I
You are
love to
talking to
walk.
me.
We all need to adjust, right? This crisis is just, talking to us. We need to listen to it. What do I like to do? I like to walk. I like to listen to music, meditate, pray, draw, anything. What do you like to do? Okay. So this is first, the step is inward, is in the inside. You first need to hear. And then step by step, you will come up to a position where you need to help people. And that's so beautiful because when you are good, when you are regrouped, when you are aligned with who you are, then you can help other people. You can say, oh, okay, this is what I do. You have your routine, you're okay, kind of stable. And then you need to ask yourself this question: how can I help others? How can I
Mhm.
serve others with my talent? See, so it's gradual
Yes.
acceptance, your emotions, you're down, and then how can I go out of this crisis? What can I do? And then it comes to, oh, what can I do for someone else? Because I feel better now, I can help them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. And these are the steps of resilience. And when you help, I don't know, but I think we've all been made that way. When we're helping people, it fuels our energy. It's like it's rewarding because for me, it's like that. When I see the smile of women, when a woman comes back to me and say, Mariska, this is what I did this week. You told me this, I did that. I am so full of gratitude because I helped her manage this, navigate the crisis. This is resilience for me.
Wow, 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 wow. I really appreciate this. And I appreciate the point of, it's a gradual process. Because I have a feeling that our society does not give people enough time to come out of one situation, and we have to hurry up to catch up. I really wonder what's going to happen now, when we get back to life again. I call it life again. I don't want to say when life goes back to normal, because nothing will be the same again. Life will never be normal anymore. Now,
Mm, I agree with you.
take it or leave it, it's never going to be the same. So when this is has subsided, I really
Hmm.
wonder if we will be open enough to listen to. For some people, this situation is beneficial, but for others, it's a lot of loss, and
Yeah.
there's going to be a lot of anger in certain people. I really wonder if we are matured enough, if this situation has given us the opportunity to see from the other person's perspective without even wanting to help. That ear. Are we really,
Hmm.
do you really think we are intelligent enough? I hope so, to be able to just look at somebody on the other side and say, I kind of get it. You don't need to explain.
Mm. That's a very good point. You know what? This crisis is the first one that is international since I think World War II.
Yes.
So society has come into like a comfortable life, and it's the
Yeah.
first time we're hit so hard.
Yes.
And of what I know of human beings, You sometimes need to repeat classes. I'm so sad to say that. But but I am convinced that
Marisa,
yeah.
Marisa, you are the bearer of bad news. I thought I was the one, but no, I found a sister. Give it to me.
No, no, no. I'm a bearer of good news. I just need people to be, realistic. Um, I think that a certain amount of people will realize and realize that this is an opportunity to change
Yeah,
things. I am convinced about that. I cannot say 50%,
yeah,
10%
yeah,
or
okay,
whatever.
yeah,
See,
yeah,
but it's like life comes in season and it's a process. Once we first hit, there's an amount of people who will come to maturity you're talking about. And the challenge is that this group of people, they need to influence the others so that when the another crisis comes, they'll be ready for that crisis. But I'm sure and convinced that there is an amount of people who are maturing this and who will not go back to normal, and I hate that word too. They will reinvent life. And I really count on those people like you, like myself, or other people to influence the others. This is our mission now. The person that have light, they are supposed to shine now.
yeah.
Okay. And then gradually, the society will come to maturity. I'm sure about that. So I'm not
Mhm.
a, a bad news bearer, right? I'm a it's just be
I like the
realistic,
way you
but
got
at the
yourself
same
out
time,
of it. I like the way you got yourself out of it, but you're still not positive. You didn't tell me 90%. I like the way you got out of it,
no,
Marisa.
I cannot tell. No.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Mm.
So, what led you to becoming a life coach?
Ha. Wow. I love and I've always loved personal growth. When I was younger, when I was a teenager, I would read a lot of books about personal growth. I need to tell the audience first where I come from. I was a um, shy person. I didn't like my hair,
Hmm.
didn't like my color, didn't like
Oh,
my shape, didn't like everything that has to any link with Africa. People need to hear that because I come from a very long way. So I had all those complexes. I was jealous. I wanted to be white. I've gone through so many things and I'm so grateful today that I can wear my hair like this and be like, so grateful. So as I was going, there was this calling in me. There's something more. There's something more to that. And I was attracted to all those women who were standing on stages, speaking, empowering people. You know, that stirred something in me. I was like,
yes, yes, yes. You feel, yeah, yeah, yeah. I see the point. Yeah,
you see the point? I
yes,
was
yes.
attracted. I was like, okay, if they attract me, it means that what they're performing is inside me.
Yeah.
Even if I was shaky, shy, I didn't want to talk to people or talk in front of people. For me, I had no voice. My life was of no interest for anybody. My opinions. See? So I was a voice that was, shut down in the inside. And I had this revelation once. I don't know if you know Miles Monroe.
Yes,
He
yes.
was
He died, right? The one who died at a
uh,
crash. Yeah. Okay. Yes, yes,
exactly.
yes. Good speaker.
For,
Oh, la, 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 la.
oh,
He
wonderful. For
was
me,
great.
he was great, right?
Yeah.
For me,
December. I think I listened to a podcast that was a blended podcast in December. He
mhm,
spoke with it's a blend with I can't remember who, but it was great. He was an amazing speaker. Yeah.
absolutely.
What a shame.
And he's one of the person that has empowered me because for me, I was someone who would follow. That's it. Just follow, just blend in. Don't try to step out and don't try to talk. Okay. And one day I was attending his conference and he just shook my mind and blew my mind because he was speaking about women leadership. And for me, those two words couldn't come together. And I was like, women, leadership, which means I am a leader. And that, oh my gosh, that was mind blowing. That was the start of a self discovery journey. I started to search this women leadership. And then I started to listen to women in leadership conferences.
Yeah.
Hey, that was this urge in me to become like, well, to be inspired and to become the person I was created to be. That's when it first started. And then it affected my whole life. For example, I just wanted to be assistant. And after that conference, I think that's the moment when I was proposed to be a project leader. I was like, what? Can he see in me some leadership skills? And then, okay, I took up the challenge. My mindset had started to be adjusted to the leadership mindset. And then one day I was ironing, I remember that. And I told my husband, you know what? We've achieved so many things. We're together, we're married, we have children, we have a house, we're good, we can work. But I feel that something is missing. He tells me, what is missing? I told him, there's something we can do. There's something we can bring to people. And then I went through this introspection, and then I found out, okay, what do you want to do? I had this revelation. I want to help people. Okay, who do you want to help? I want to help women. Why women? Because this is a cause that I want to stand up for. Why? Because I have this generational responsibility in me. People, women before me, they stood up. They were crushed. They were beaten. They even shed tears, blood as well. Who am I here to come here in France to have the opportunity to be here to avoid crisis in Congo? Who am I to sit down and do nothing? Those, women in history I started to read, they were like talking to me, like telling me, here's the baton. You need to go now, your generation. And this is how I started.
Yeah.
This is how I became a coach. I asked myself those questions. I get into myself and search this voice that was telling me you were born for something. And then I started spreading the message on Facebook. Then I entered the graduate institute. No, the International Coaching Institute in Geneva
In
for a
Geneva.
year.
Yeah.
Then I graduated, and then wow. And I
Yeah.
remember the first class, I was just soaking all the words of the teacher. And I was like, oh my gosh, I finally found myself. I had that sense like, where were you, Mariska? Here you are, revealing yourself as this woman who can coach, influence, inspire ladies, and empower them because you've been through something and today you have a testimony to share.
Yeah. Bonjour Geneviève, mais ça
Salut,
fait un bail. Tu étais où, dis donc? Dis donc, Geneviève, mais ça va pas ça. Geneviève, je suis fâchée. Mais, vif, mais non, 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 non. C'est comme ça que tu nous abandonnes. Et tout d'un coup, tu dis, bonjour les filles, on te parle plus, Geneviève.
Hi, Jen.
But Mariska, when I listen to your story, do you know how it so reflects the quote which says, what you're chasing is chasing you?
Oh, wow. Yes.
When you were describing, I was just like, it's chasing her. It's chasing her. It's chasing her.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, so Geneviève, tu nous as déstabilisés, hein? In my opinion, there's one mistake we all make during crisis. We lack this distance between the problem itself and the situation. How can you help us with that?
Oh, yeah.
Geneviève, j'ai tout, c'est ta faute.
Get some to drink.
I know, I have my glass, but I was so happy to see her. I haven't seen her for ages. And then I see her and I'm like, I can't pronounce her name. Is it real?
Okay. this is what I've noticed. Many people are intoxicating themselves with the news, with what's going on, what's going to happen, how they're going to do that, how they're going to manage to go up, go back up, how they're going to. So there's two things. You can keep yourself updated. That's fine. We all need to know what's happening, what's going to happen. We all need to listen to the instructions, the sanitary instructions and everything. But that this it's one thing to keep yourself updated, and it's another thing to feed yourself. You know, really feed yourself with the news, with what's going on, with so and so dead people. So we have to be balanced in everything we're doing. Don't feed yourself the whole day long with oh, can you still hear me? Hey Liliane.
Je suis là. I'm here. I just gave you the screen.
Oh,
We're
okay.
good. We're good. We're good. Keep going. Keep going. I'm
Awesome.
here.
So I was afraid I lost you. Yeah. So we really need to make a difference between feeding ourselves, like up to be intoxicated and keep us updated. You have to find a balance. If it's once per day that you need to know, well then listen to the news once per day. But don't spend your time the whole day listening to video, podcasts, this video, listen to the news, and then go back and scroll down on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. You know, to put distance, you have to be balanced. Search for the things that are necessary, and then go back to your routine. Go back to the things you like to do. Go back to your family, your friends. Maybe there are friends doing some Zoom cocktail, Zoom apéro. This is fantastic. This is how we need to navigate to put distance between
Yeah.
crisis and us. Step back a little bit.
Exactly. Yeah, I absolutely agree. Let's see. We have some comments. It's a beautiful feeling, she says, Genevieve.
Hmm.
Okay, then she say, yeah, hello, Mariska. So yeah, we have comments from Genevieve. Okay, that's
Okay.
that's great. So I think we women we have amazing abilities to adapt,
Yes.
and we have so many values, but sometimes it's all over the place. It's like, okay, I want to do this, I do that, I do that, I do that. As we speak, in this
Hmm.
current situation, what's one core value that you think we women have that's going to really serve us right here, right now, in this scenario?
Hmm. Um, One core value that would help us. Oh yeah, I have this image of the reed. That plant, yeah, that comes up from water.
Yes.
When the wind blows, it bends. You know, it
Yes.
bends, but then it doesn't break.
No.
Okay, so what I'm my point is flexibility. Flexibility is the core value. Because if we are able to bend and not to break, it means we're going to be able to get back up. When you break, it's not impossible, but it's harder. So you need to bend with the situation, not bend to the situation, not submit to it, but just
Yes.
bend a little bit.
Yes.
What I mean from that is try to be ready to accept a mindset change.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's bending. First, I'm always starting with the mindset because I believe that the mindset is the heart of everything. It's the headquarters where you shape your life. So first, bend in your mindset.
A shift.
Yeah, a shift. Because this is a change, this is a shift. You can't do nothing about it. It's happening.
No.
You have
No.
to accept, bend it, bend your mindset. How can you find ways to renew your mindset? And Renewing your mindset is not about intoxicating with the news, for example. Renew your mindset with positive things. Once you've watched the news, then watch something positive. When you watch one news that is negative, let's say, try to do 5 things that are positive.
Ah,
You know,
good. I'm going to put that to practice, right? This afternoon, I'm not watching the news, I'm doing barbecue. There you go. Thank you for the permission.
okay. So flexibility is definitely the core value that we need to learn, that we need to practice, and we can all do it. It's not impossible. It's like everything, it's a process. You can do it. You can get flexible. You can also surround yourself with people who are flexible. Surround yourself with people who give you energy. Surround yourself with people who are helping you get a new perspective, a new vision, who wants to enjoy life. Surrounding yourself with people who have different views and who can help you, think out of the box.
Yes, yes, yes,
So
yes,
work your flexibility ability.
yes. I agree with you. And that's why, if you notice, I've started doing live stream every day during this time,
Mm,
because people need to hear something else
yeah,
than just, it killed 600 people here. It killed, yes, we need to know that, but this will pass. And how do we get out of this? Or how do we even stay? That's the whole topic of our discussion. How do you navigate through it? So when
right.
somebody's sitting there and there's this bad feeling or depression coming on, and they get to see us talking about it, it's 1 hour of your time taken off. You've been taken off from the problem for 1 hour of your day.
Absolutely.
So
So
that, to me, it's a lot of value. So if anyone is watching this live stream and you want to get into contact with Marisca, here is her information on the screen, or you can contact me. But please, please, she has valuable information that she's sharing on her live stream. Go get her. Let's go to comment before we continue. Genevieve. Marisa, yes, Marisa, flexibility. She agrees with your point. Yeah, we have to be flexible. Yeah, if not, then you're going down the drain. It's not going to
mhm.
help. Barbecue, come over there. Come over. When this is over, we are going to talk about it on the barbecue stand. You and I, we have discussions. Yeah, so it's really, we really have to find a way. We say pastime, yes, but in a positive way. So I hope
Yeah.
that this live stream that we're doing, people are going to get some really valuable information from it. Try to stay positive and
Mm.
remember that you are flexible enough. Remember that. That's a great, great, great point. Also, remember that everything is in seasons.
Yes.
The beauty of this corona, I'm so sorry, I know people are dying, is that we all get to experience it same time.
Mm,
No rich, no poor, no
mm.
Europe, no Africa. We have all had a taste of it.
Yeah.
So let's stay positive and let's hope that things are gradually moving in the right direction. And that, as Marisa said, that will be that population that's going to come out of this and shine our light instead of being negative about it.
Mm. May I say something very
Of
important?
course.
How to navigate crisis, but also how to get out of when we get out of the crisis. You need to start right now thinking that way. Oh, it's gonna pass. What is
Yes.
the lesson that I drew from that? This is so important. It's a question that puts you in the future, that
Yes.
in the future, and that tells you, okay, we're all in this, we're gonna make it, but how do I want to get out of this? With more humility? What do I have to learn from this? What am I going to learn from this? All those questions are starting to get you out of the crisis and giving you hope and the
Yes.
courage to endure. I just wanted to finish on this because this is really important.
It is important, already project yourself in the future.
Yeah.
I don't know what to talk about manifestation, meditation, but if you already visualize what you wish for
Yes.
yourself, you know, Don't you think it's much better than being negative and staying in the moment?
Mm.
Discussions like this that you open your mind and you think, okay, yeah, this will pass. It may take, who knows? But when it passes, where will you be? The person you
Abs-
used to be, or someone who was, Corona came, who has improved? The
Absolutely.
future. The future. That's what we're looking for. And we really hope that people in this community, many, many, many of you, will come out with more ideas. We are here for you. We are here for you. Don't sit there. Those of you who have been watching lives, I've been calling people. I don't know how much telephone bill I'm going to have this month, but I've been calling people and saying, "Did
Mm.
you think of this? How are you doing?" Da, da, da. And also, I get calls. My phone is like boo, 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 all the time. Come out of this successfully.
Yes.
We want this community to be a community of success. You have iron women behind you. You have women behind you. No one is here selling you stuff. No one
Mm.
has said, come and pay this, 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 this. You will pay eventually because
Mhm.
at one point, when you up level yourself, there is no way but go up. And when you start going up, you don't do granite games.
Mm.
You have women in this community. The people I select them for a reason. And I thank God to my meditation practice that's showing me the right people, bringing them on my plate, bam, when I need them.
Wow.
I do not choose people who just, oh, Azar, because I want to have a live stream. I know people of value. So please get in touch with Marisa if you really want to take your life to the next level. If you want to have someone who will look at you deep in the eye and say, I think tu fais fausse route là, ma belle. You are in the wrong track.
Yeah.
I believe in her judgment. I have seen some of her comments and the way she treats people. I know she will get you straight. Okay, next question. Did we this? As we navigate through this crisis with your clients, what's the most important advice you can give them?
Ah, look at all the this wind of help and collaboration, and look at what we can do as a people. Look at what we can do
Yeah.
when we stand together for one cause. This is what this crisis has taught us, to stand together in front of one enemy. And this is powerful. When we are together, we can do better, we can go further, we can achieve more, and we can impact more people. For me, as you said, there's a beauty behind that. I'm sorry to say that. I don't know if you know
Yeah,
that
I agree. I
that,
agree.
that movie with Will Smith. It's um, Beauty. Ah, what was the? Oh, okay, whatever. It's a couple. They lost a child, and she was maybe 6 years old. And this man, who went from a successful, positive man, went down into the pit, and her women standing by, uh, hoping that he will come back. This is a powerful movie that you need to see, because it shows you how to capture the beauty uh, out of a sad situation, a crisis, something really ugly, something that is so causing so much suffering. It helps you open your eyes on the beauty. So we can all open our eyes on the beauty of what the beauty that's hidden. And it's hidden because we need to, to make an effort to go get it. But to make this effort, we need to stand together. And this is the important advice that I give everybody, to everybody. Call your people, the people that you love, the people that you like. Try to help other people. The thing you can do it. Make apéro Zoom, build this community, this international community that is standing against that virus. You need to respond to that. This is your responsibility, to respond to that virus and not react. React is staying in a victim position, but respond is because you sat down. You have reflected, you've processed it, and then you said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. So let's stay together and we'll fight. We'll succeed.
Completely
That's
agree
my
with you.
advice.
Completely agree. And I would like to use this opportunity not only to thank you, but also to make an official request that you become a partner to this platform, because I think we women, we are not only behind, especially African women, we are not only not financially free, we're not only not emotionally free and spiritually free because of our mindset.
Yes.
Because people are in Africa, they think, oh, you people in diaspora, you don't understand. I would like to say, we probably understand more than you think we understand.
Mm,
Because when you've been thrown into the ocean and you have to live with sharks, you get to
mm,
use what you had before and
yeah.
what you have now to navigate to the next port. But since you're only in Africa, you are only with what you had. Navigating to the next port is kind of blurry. I want this platform. It is my greatest wish that I will bring these two communities, Africa, diaspora,
Mm,
Australia, America, Europe, together, and
together.
let's see the amazing beauty that can come out of this. It's not
Hmm.
about the money, but when you get exposed this first time, the second, the third time, you start to question your thinking. You start to question that culture, not because that culture is wrong, but because it's outdated. Not because outdating is wrong, it's simply because we could use the past to make an amazing future. How do we want to navigate this?
Hmm.
How? How do we want to navigate this? This is why people like Marisa, they become vital. Let's work together. Again, it's not about the money. The money will come, it will flow. When you do those shifts, there is nothing else that will stop it. It will be standing in front of your door. I am not going to tell you, great discourse. It's important. But when you start shifting the people you hang out with, the way you think, the way you reply, things will also reply in response. It's automatic. When you throw
Mm,
a piece of bread up, it must land down. Where do you want us to
yeah.
go? Where do you want it else to go? And if there's
Mm,
tactile on it, it's going to land out on the opposite side. Try it. It's normal. Stay here, but Marisa, please know you're wanted here. We can discuss after
mm,
this how we can collaborate. Let's
yeah.
collaborate. Let's bring these two people. We are not speaking to each other. One is
Yeah.
thinking we know
Absolutely.
too much. One is thinking we've forgotten one. That's not true. And this
Mm.
is the time to prove it.
Oh wow, I love it. You know, I have a vision for Africa. I have my dream book, and I wrote five great dreams that God gave me, and Africa is part of them. So I'm so grateful that you come up with this subject because I really feel that there's something to do. You know, bridge the gap and be a more powerful people and think differently. You know, we have shackles in our mindset because of the
Yeah.
culture, because of everything in Africa, and we need to explode them.
Yeah, yeah.
So
There is
yeah,
such beauty in that culture. I mean, we're not here to criticize because let it not sound the other way. There is such beauty in that culture, but let's
absolutely.
question it. It was done years ago during the
Mm,
time of slavery. It has this unity, but when there's this unity and you're in your comfort zone, how do you want to grow? Tell me. How do you want to
mm,
grow? You must step out. And those who have ventured to step out have been kicked out, not because they wanted to, but they were literally kicked out.
yeah,
And this barrier is so stupid. I mean, it doesn't. But there is a fear, when you've been in this comfort zone, there is a fear of change, and
yeah,
that's where people like you work on people's mindset. Nothing is going to change between you, me, the other person. This grid that we have, it doesn't make sense. It's keeping us where we are, and I don't want to stay here. I want to be there in the next year. I want to be there in next year.
Yeah.
But am I going to go there alone? No way. So I'm going to carry as many women as possible.
Yes.
So, as life coach, what's your biggest strength when serving your clients?
Huh. Um, my biggest strength, maybe maybe it's the way I approach things with calm. I know that when people, I've heard about that when they listen to me, when they see me, there is a kind of calming aura about me. They tell me your voice, the way
Yeah,
you speaking. I'm like, wow. Okay, so this is one of my biggest strengths because
yeah,
people when they come to me, they are loaded. They are loaded. So much agitation inside of them,
yeah.
and when they listen, they're like, ooh, come back to a more soothing, calm situation. And that's how you can work, right? You cannot
Mm-hmm.
work when you're scattered everywhere.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's, yeah, my biggest strength. I
yeah,
soothe people.
yeah. I think for me, watching you, I've been watching you over and over. I think your biggest strength is your mental strength. I think there is something which you have mentally, which is so uncanny, comment on dit en anglais, it's so rooted in you that you know exactly. Sometimes we, as you said, with the flexibility,
Hmm.
sometimes but you are like focused and you really know where exactly you want to go. That's what in the time that
Mm,
yeah, your mental strength. I think you have this thing which is really rooted in you, and you really know where you want to go, which is a great, great asset.
thank you.
So let's see, Genevieve here again. Let's see. Yeah, she is. Yay. Wisdom, wisdom. Yeah, you see,
Okay.
wisdom.
Wow. Thank you,
Yeah.
Rina.
I say mental
Yes.
strength. She says wisdom. Yeah.
Oh wow. I just want to thank God for that because this is how he has built me, and I came through this process of discovering myself, who I am, the strength he has laid down in me and how to use them. This is really all the glory to him because I'm human. I make
Yeah.
mistakes. I cry.
Of
I,
course.
I fall. I stumble, but I get up. I get back up because of the strength he has given me. I'm really grateful for that.
But we're grateful that you are living in this epoch so we can make use of your strength, your wisdom, and your positivity. See, please, please, please don't give up. Know there is an entire community here that needs you.
Thank you.
You have a light to shine. If it's through this community, that would be great. But wherever you go, I know you will be shining. You will be shining really bright. So thank you so much for your time. Keep
Thank you.
doing the work you're doing. It's much more needed right now than ever, ever. And let's all remember that
Oh
renewal
yes.
always begins with destruction. The key is guiding the pain of destruction in the direction of renewal. Otherwise, the pain
Hmm.
is useless and self defeating. We are not going to be defeated here. Let that
Mm.
pain, let this crisis, let it be a rebirth of something amazing. I feel it, I see it,
Mm.
and so it is with great women like you, Marisa. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you for
What would
having
you
me.
like to share with my community here? No, shake them up. We've been too wise. We're normally wired here.
Yeah. No, I love your work. I love what you're doing. It's an amazing work, and I
Thank
also
you.
want to thank you for that. I honor what you do. It's beautiful, and yeah, you
Please
can.
come join me. I need people like you. I badly
Yeah,
need women like you. I don't
we're
want to
gonna
be
make
this mad woman shouting at the top of her screen. No, it's not. No, contact this one. Did you do? Please.
it.
When I shout, then you can be the one to say, Lillian, come on, breathe. Like my daughter would say, breathe. She's British and passionate. It shines through. Yay! Yay! There you go. You see?
Mm.
Well done. Well done. So thank you so much for your time. Have
Thank
a
you.
great day. Please do some barbecue. Send the picture to Genevieve. She's going to be jealous. And when this is over, when we can all meet again, we are going to have an apéro in person. Maybe we can come to Annecy. Maybe you can come to Geneva. Or we go to London. Geneviève, on vient vers toi. Hein? Tu vas pas échapper cette fois.
On arrive.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Have a great day.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yes, so Awifians, thank you so much for your time. That was Marisca with us. I really hope that many of you will get in contact with her. I hope you will express your appreciation for her work and try to work with her. Contact her. Ask questions. She is willing to help you all. Let me put on the screen again her Facebook. She's on all social media platforms. I choose women whom I believe have a value for this community, for this continent, and for this decade. She's one of them. Do take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. And please remember, there is going to be a rebirth after this. Many of you are saying things, we are communicating. We all know how hard it is. We all know that this is a difficult period. But just remember, because we are all equal in this. Remember that. It's not about you. It's not against you. It's a collective thing. That's the beauty. That's what I see as beautiful. And let's remember, this is a community. Here I am, the founder, yes. But I founded it because you exist. Because you exist. I did not found it because I, because you exist. And because there is a point and time where we must speak our truth. I want you all financially free. I want you all financially stable. It is my wish and hope that this is going to happen. So as we continue, it's been 6 years I've been doing this thing, it's going to take a while. But like I say, no good business is good before 10 years. I'll keep going because I know you're there. I'll keep going because I know you are keeping on. You are consuming many, many, many ideas through this platform. You're expressing your gratitude. You are implementing them. Thank you. Thank you for letting me in your space, in your life, and in your head. And thank you for showing up. I see many of you passing it on, helping others. What better way to be of service to others? Thank you so much. My name is Lillian Mole, and I am the founder and CEO of the African Women's Economic and Entrepreneurship Forum, the place where we challenge the status quo of economic advancement for African women worldwide. Have a great Easter. Bye.